Felt safe with you, but then you hurt me. Treat me like red velvet, you deserve me. Leave me where I'm standing, life with me no longer planning. Treat me second-handed, I call, you don't answer. Access to you, you done bent it. You don't want no friendship, I just want repentance. Asking for forgiveness, how can you just end things? Got me having mood swings, you that I am losing. I just wanna go ahead and hit the mow edge. I just wanna go ahead and hit a bow edge. I just wanna go back to when we first started dating. This is not about fornicating, I'm just trying to build relations. My mind keep telling me have patience, don't try to replace you. Don't start no new relations, these are temporary phases. Gotta keep trying to engage you, let you know that I am chasing you. I'm a dog running out the gate for you. If you wanna know if I still love you, just ask me. Feelings that I have for you still the same as last week. If you throwing shots at me, baby, I'm catching. If you catch your feelings for me, baby, gon' catch 'em. If you're feeling a love story, baby, gon' catch me. But love's sending you my way, then baby, don't pass me. If you're trying to hook up, baby, just attach me. If you're looking for love, baby, look at me. If you still believe in this, baby, just chance it. If you still believe in this, baby, just chance it. Go, baby, just chance it. Go, baby, just chance it. If you still believe in this, baby, just chance it. If you still believe in this, baby, just chance it. Go, baby, just chance it. Go, baby, just chance it.
Hi everybody. Had a nice little 3-day break over the weekend from Labor Day weekend. Just want to give everybody a second to get online. Appreciate everybody out there tonight tuning in. I'm trying not to take up too much of y'all time. If I go a little bit over, I do apologize ahead of time. Turn this up just a little bit. Send out this last little message. Give me a second, y'all. All right. How's everybody out there? I hope all has been well. Hope everybody's still in good spirits, great health. Had a splendid, stupendous Labor Day weekend for everybody out there that was slaving away over the weekend like myself. I do hope everybody did get holiday pay. So that's important. It's big out here. You know, a lot of employers don't want to offer that for some reason. We know it's the bottom line, of course, but at the end of the day, hey, it's our money. Give it to us. All right, so let's jump into it. Let's see. I placed 2 trades today. Let's watch the visuals. This is early sunrise. Every morning to get to catch the beautiful sun as it over the land. Fossil tells us that everything that the sun touches is our kingdom. We own, we run, we rule, whatever the case may be. That's the mindset. So there we go. What the sun touches, you come.
Felt safe with you, but then you hurt me. Treat me like red velvet, you deserve me. Leave me where I'm standing, life with me no longer planning. Treat me second-handed, I call, you don't answer. Access to you, you done bent it. You don't want no friendship, I just want repentance. Asking for forgiveness, how can you just end things? Got me having mood swings, you that I am losing. I just wanna go ahead and hit the mow edge. I just wanna go ahead and hit a bow edge. I just wanna go back to when we first started dating. This is not about fornicating, I'm just trying to to build relations. My mind keep telling me of patience. Don't try to replace you. Don't start no new relations. These are temporary faces. Gotta keep trying to engage you. Let you know that I am chase you. I'm a dog running out the gate for you. If you wanna know if I still love you, just ask me. Feelings that I have for you still the same as last week. If you throwing shots at me, baby, I'm catching. If you catch your feelings for me, baby, gon' catch 'em. If you're dreaming a love story, baby, gon' catch me.
Okay. HWH International was the trade I placed first thing this morning, about a little bit before 9 o'clock. Well, actually, it was after 9. It was like 9:03, 9:04 on the screen. This trade, let's jump right in. HWH. They were the leading gapper for the day. I'm going to say this as I always tell you guys. I look for a few criteria when I'm looking at stocks. Number one, I want to look at the top 7 leading gainers for the day, and I want to watch that throughout the day on my watch list. I add them as they start climbing in the rankings. This is because I'm going to keep repeating this. You just want to take a cup, stick it in the fountain, pull out a cup full of gold coins. That's it, every day. We don't need a big bucket. We don't need a duffel bag. We don't need a tote. Nothing that you can't carry, because that's when you're putting on too much risk of dropping it all. So take that metaphor, run with it, however it comes. I've been gulping this Angel's Envy, this bourbon oak, a little whiskey. Got to go re-up the supply for those out there. Anybody in contact with the company, tell them I'm looking for sponsorships. All right. 2, when I'm looking at a company, I want to look at their actual sheer float size. This company only had 863,000 shares available on the market to be publicly traded. 3, the volume. 323 million of those shares were traded. So this company was bought over 300 and we'll just say 30 times. How is that possible? I don't know. I can't really explain that, but that's just the frequency of high frequency trading out here. Somebody comes online with a couple $100 million in their account, and they're like, "Hey, this is what we're looking at today." 4, news. This company did not meet that. They didn't have any news, but for some reason, they went AWOL. They went apeshit. Went bonkers. Went parabolic. However you want to classify it, it did that. How they say, they did that. Where are we at? 5, I want to look for stocks where the price action actually peaks above pre-market highs, or has potential of peaking above pre-market highs. The orange area here is pre-market, so between hours of 3 a.m. to 8:29, when pre-market trading begins. And this is because when the market opens, if the price pushes above pre-market levels, that shows that there is still some attraction from investors seeking to jump in, whether there is some fear of momentum, losing out, or whether the actual news was that attention seeking and it caused that actual rally to occur. Whatever the news was, insider wise, whatever pump that they wanted to actually cause, they did that. And this trade I opened by setting a stop order where the actual order was just placed above the wicks on the 1 minute candle. Let's go back. So I set a stop order above. So zoom in a little bit for you guys. A little bit above these candlesticks, the wicks of those candles. And when the price pushed up above pre-market, it just picked me up with everybody else and pushed us up. That first pop, it popped, boof. Then it pulled back, and then it continued pushing on further. As you see below on the MACD, it's green, so that gave me confidence to actually watch this trend. I showed you guys one day that the actual trend will correlate with the MACD. If you draw a trend, whether it's going up or down, draw a trend line and watch how when the price breaks that trend, when the price broke that trend, the MACD actually went red. So just some technical type of insight for you guys to pick up on. I think our average like 338. We sold around this 370-ish range. I had about 150 shares. I was working, so I couldn't really take an aggressive position because, like I said, I was working. I was working by myself again today. This trade lasted maybe 2 minutes. On this second candlestick, when I saw it pull back, I got out immediately because at that point in time on the RSI it was overbought. I'm not one of those individuals that fear missing some type of profit. I don't care about leaving money on the table because my goal is to come back again and get more. So, and at this point we were already like pushing above maybe like 140% for the day at that point with the price. So it was like, yeah, you don't really want to play with those levels because something can, especially without news, something can spike up 140%, then look up, it's literally back to 70, 60, 50% in like one candlestick. Somebody did a pump and dump scenario. So we got in, we got out, and we set to the side. But immediately after that, we jumped into the second trade. If you look here at the below, you see the actual histograms right here, the volume. The volume as well showed just that actual pop that you see. Same thing I keep telling you guys, think of a water balloon. Somebody squeezes it. At some point, it expands and it bursts. That's what price does when you have a volume of, what was this, 3.3 million people or shares purchased in 1 minute, and an additional 3.25 million shares purchased. Then it started getting a little lighter. You had 1.25, you had 2.34 million. Then here you had a sell-off of 2.4 million, but they couldn't do anything with it. This right here would be a falling hammer type of pattern candlestick up here. So that's giving you some type of indication that eventually it's going to potentially pull back. They popped up one more time, 2.95 million. Then they started to decline back down and eventually broke that trend and touched the 50 EMA, but it bounced off again and took off again and went all the way up to $7 at some point. So my at one point this thing was up 400% off what news? None. So this was really one of those situations that you didn't want to get burned if you jumped in at the cusp of the rally. So it wasn't anything that I was too excited about watching and jumping back in on because, like I said, I took a light position, 150 shares at like $3.38 each. That's 50% of 338, like one. Can't do no math right now. maybe 169 or something like that, whatever the case may be. So 338 plus $169, we'll just say 417 or something like that. $517 of this position. Took like 60 some dollars, so over 11. It was down at 1.23, 200 points on the NASDAQ. So yeah, it's closed down 175 points. So 11% in the trade when the market is down 0.84, 0.82%. We're winning. Let's jump into the second trade, because really without this having any real news catalyst, this was just one of those scenarios that we were playing that momentum play. And like I said, I set a stop order. A stop order is where you actually set an order to be triggered when the price hits that price. And when it hits that price, the order is opened at a market order. So the actual price isn't specified. You just say, get in. If this price hits 338, get me in. I don't care where you get me in, but get me in, because that pop I am trying to take advantage of. As you saw, I don't even know if no, it didn't, because when I opened the trade, when I started recording, the position had opened like that in a flash. It was like the candlestick and woof, and popped up so quick. At that point, I was a little behind screen recording. Let's start it one more time.
Felt safe with you, but then you hurt me. Treat me like red velvet, you deserve me. Leave me where I'm standing, life with me no longer planning. Treat me second-handed, I call, you don't answer. Access to you, you done bent it. You don't want no friendship, I just want repentance. Asking for forgiveness, how can you just send things? Got me having mood swings that I am losing. I just wanna go ahead and hit the mowing. I just wanna go ahead and hit a bow. I just wanna go back to when we first started dating. This is not about fornicating, I'm just trying to build relations. My mind keep telling me of patience, don't try to replace you. Don't start no new relations, these are temporary phases. Gotta keep trying to engage you, let you know that I am chasing you. I'm a dog running out the gate for you. If you wanna know first and love me, just ask me. Feelings that I have for you still the same as last week. If you throwing shots at me, baby, I'm catching. If you catch your feelings for me, baby, gon' catch them. If you're giving a love story, baby, gon' catch me.
$2.82. This is the second
way, then baby, don't pass me. If you're trying to hook up, baby, just attach me. If you're looking for love, baby, look at me. If you still believe in this, baby, just chance it. If you still believe in this, baby, just chance it. Go, baby, just chance it. Go, baby, just chance it. If you still believe in this, baby, just chance it. If you still believe in this, baby, just chance it. Go, baby, just chance it. Go, baby, just chance it. Friends keep wondering what a nigga coming round for. Broke up 3 times, I'm ready for the round 4. Always be mine like Valentine's candy. Holding on my feelings like I'm gripping on the steering wheel. You can't deny the feelings that you run from. Why even have when you the one you run from? All things inside are telling you you want some. Look me in my eyes and tell me that the love's gone. I see the lies that's coming off of your tongue. I'd be obliged if you become my loved one. I'd be.
So, this is you. You are somebody. Just know that. You are somebody. Ain't nobody else told you that today. Just know I told you. You are somebody. Universal Safety Products. Now, they had a special $1, what was it, like a dividend or something they paid out? Let's go to 15 minutes so I can do this faster. Yeah, we had a $1 special dividend, whatever the case may be. So, let's go back to the requirements. They had news. We've been seeing companies when they say something about a dividend, the price action has been parabolic. It's been crazy. So we had news. So we followed that news. Had a low float, 1.83 million shares. Like I said, I like stocks that are under 20 million shares that are offered. Volume 65 million. So company bought about, say if that's 2,065,000 up there, say 32.5 times, 32 and a half, almost 33 times they purchased the company, you can say. Price made that spike, and this is where we got in. That one and only single spike that it popped above pre-market highs. And we got in and we won. So this trade was the same scenario, open before I could actually screen record, because I actually had the order already set. And that order was set just based on seeing if it could break this previous 15-minute candlestick wicks. I hate how this doesn't like stay on where I am when I'm changing the chart, the time of the actual charts. Just keep going. I will research that, people. Don't judge me. Okay, so this was a little bit about 20-30 minutes after the first trade. So I was looking at these wicks here where they tried to break above pre-market high, and they actually got flushed back down to the EMA, but then it bounced off the EMA. So at this point, I set my order just a little bit above the highs of those wicks, because if it broke through those wicks, then I was confident that it would have some potential to move a little bit. And as we see, it only moved above for 4 minutes and then bounced off pre-market highs, bounced off and then fell again. So let's do this trend line. Let's use this one. Literally, when it broke through this trend, you see it actually going red, then it's gone. So we literally were just playing off of this trend. It bounced off, created some type of, let's try to make this a little bit neater. There you go. Bounced off that trend, created an uptrend, stayed with that MACD, and poof, pushed through. Took what we could. I only bought 25 shares just because I'm still not really into the whole special dividend news like that. As you see, it wasn't able to sustain the price above pre-market high, so I just opened 25 shares. I didn't want to just get a complete 100 because it was already green for the day. And it was like, we'll just make another trade just for content purposes. Like the first trade, if I had opened it correctly and purchased a few hundred shares, maybe 1,000 or 2,000 shares, we could have made a few hundred off of that one. Could have made some real money if I would have held it up from $3.70 to $7, but that's a different story. You can't basically predict where price wants to go. Well, we could, actually. Let's do that. Let's do market structure. So market structure, I tell you guys, this is just us setting up support and resistance levels based on previous resistance and support. So this went up to $7 up here at the top of this wick, literally $7. Let's go back in time. We can use a day chart because this 4-hour chart isn't getting us anywhere fast enough. Let's do a day chart. So it broke through these highs up here at this $5. So that's one resistance level. Do where it closed that, and we'll do the wick. Let's remove the wick line. Where's my garbage pail? There you go. Get you out the way. Let's see where that $7 is on the chart. $5 again, where it tried previously again, then again, then again. So you see $5 is really tested several times. Pull this up here. You see it closed above that though, finally. Then here we go. That's where we start getting that $7 range right here. Price up in these little wicks. So price attempted to go from this resistance level to that resistance, and if it breaks through that, eventually we'll try to go up here to this $9. That way it'll be saved on the charts for future purposes. to know, and it could go up to 11. So price has a few areas that it can go up to this 12. We'll just keep that with those wicks. So we see those wicks actually touch it several times. So price go 5, 7, 9, 11, or 12. In the future. So we got some prediction of where price wants to go if it can maintain these levels, because this gap from this EMA is crazy. I can't even see $3.30 as the $1.50 EMA. So that pullback could be crazy, but could find support here at this $5. It's in between at this 578 right now. So it could come back and sit here or get rejected here eventually in the days to come, but you guys see where price wants to go. It follows history. Price has memory. You'll hear that time and time again. Price has memory. It's like how people say all the time, when I was a kid, gas was $1 a gallon. You can get a bag of chips for 25 cents. You can get a quarter water juice for 25 cents. You can get penny candy, and just the way that the world once was. Like a house, you can purchase a house for $25,000. Now compare that to today, it's about $175,000. Just price due to inflation, if that's accurate. But just take those figures as exaggerations. But that's really how inflation works. Inflation is just literally the rate of change of price. It went up 3% this year, 5%, 9%, whatever. That's just literally the rate of change of price. It went up that fast, 3%. That's all you're hearing when you hear people speak of inflation. Don't be afraid of it. When you hear like wages aren't keeping up with inflation, that's because wages are only going up 1 to 3% inflation, doubling that at times, if even 1% on a year. So that's really what you take into consideration when you hear inflation. It's nothing to scoff at, as people say. So looking at this 15-minute chart, we see it actually retested this pre-market high several times, but couldn't sustain that move. So going forward, MACD on a 15-minute chart is red, so suspect it will come to this 50 EMA and probably retest these previous highs of this $5. Could break down depending on how juicy these histograms, these bars that are on the MACD get. Once they start getting away from each other, the averages, one average goes this way, the average goes that way, the faster and the slower averages go away from each other, you start seeing the actual sizes of the MACD get bigger and smaller. So yeah, that's what we're paying attention to right now. It's trading in a sideways little chart pattern, which is also a bullish flag. So it may sit here for a day or two before potentially attempting to rally higher, but we'll come back and check that out if it becomes another leading gainer. If it's not a leading gainer, we're not going to follow it. So it breaks out of this little range, whether up or down. This is what you look at, because like I tell you, chart pattern is just basically a moment of indecision. That's all that means. Price doesn't know where it wants to go, up or down. They're struggling, the bulls versus the bears. I told you guys that you can look at chart patterns on any time frame, but that'll give you some type of idea to gauge when and where to get in. If price breaks out of this little range from here to here, this little price range, if it goes up or down, it tells you, okay, it's breaking out of that price, they're moving, jump in. And it came back quickly, back to that price level, started a new little chart pattern, broke down, touched the bottoms of this box, found support, pushed back up. So they want to stay in this price range, but only time will tell. We can't fast forward time in a day. Time is its own instrument. So with that being said, we're not going to do too much talking tonight. Let's look at the market. Let's see what's going on here. MACD looks like it wants to break down. But if news come out tomorrow, could push up higher. And this is the thing about looking at the indices. The indices are so convoluted because they contain so many different components. Dropping ashes on myself. They contain so many components, so you can't accurately predict the direction of the economy because you don't know what sector is going to be the leading sector for a day. One day could be energy, oil, and stuff like that. Next day could be technology. Like tonight, Google has a 8% pop because of some ruling on a antitrust type of judgment that they didn't get a severe punishment on. So people found that to be worth investing in. Like, yeah, they're not going to get fined as much as we predicted or that was speculated and stuff like that. So cash flow isn't really going to be impacted. When you think of cash flow for a company, cash flow is important because it gives a company the availability to do a share buyback program. Say Google has maybe $200 million or $200 billion because I believe they are almost a $1 trillion company. Let's look at them directly. Yeah, they're a $2.56 trillion company. So say they got maybe $400 billion in cash on hand, just available, excess cash. They can take those funds, and purchase as many shares as they want to buy back a percentage of the company. So what that would do, it would take away from this outstanding share float. So there's 5.8 billion shares. They can say, hey, we want to buy back 2 billion of them. They'll take that cash and they'll dump it in the market. Buy all those shares to take them off the table, own that percent of the company back, take it from the shareholders out there that could have bought it. And the price is just going to rally because, hey, they purchased that many shares. So that's important when you hear about a company having so much cash on hand. Apple, Tesla, Amazon, Google, Facebook, or Meta, Nvidia, whatever company you think of out there, look up their actual cash on hand. And from there, that will give a speculation that in the future, when prices at a certain point, they say, hey, we're going to buy these shares, take them off the market because we have some type of idea that we will present to the world that we don't think that we need to get outside investment for, because we know it's going to be a golden idea, a golden opportunity that we're going to reap the benefits of owning this much more percentage of the company. In the future, they may do a share offering and offer those shares back, but in the meantime, they're going to take those proceeds by actually purchasing a specific amount of the company back from you guys, from us, should I say, as well as institutional buyers. So that's important. But because they had some type of good, it was a good, I guess, result from this judgment. So what it says, U.S. judge ordered Google to share search data with rivals and banned exclusive deals with device makers. Google plans to appeal, blah, blah, blah. Alphabet shares have declined. This isn't giving us what we want. Here we go. Alphabet stock jumps after judge issues limited remedies in Google monopoly case. So they found that to be important. Price spiked from 210, touched 228. Now it's settling about 226, 227-ish. Overnight they could pull back before attempting to pull up and keep going, or if the investors become rational thinkers. Now I'm an economist by profession and also academics. I was an economist for 8 years with the federal government. But if we become rational thinkers and we figure that this information isn't that important, they'll have some type of pullback. If people find that information as being very impactful to the productions of Google's profit-making opportunities, then investors are going to buy more. especially if they have some type of opportunistic ass idea in their mind that the judge is going to have an even less harsher judgment in favor for Google on this case, with this monopoly case going forward. Price could spike even higher. Let's do a market structure on Google. See where Google wants to go. They're at all-time highs. They are. So with them being at all-time highs currently, but yeah, this is only 150. So yeah, with Google being at all-time highs right now, in that ballpark of an area, they have what we call blue skies. They can go crazy. Price can go parabolic for Google. Google can go to 240, 250. When price gets like this, what we pay attention to is the market cap. With it being a $2.5 trillion company, now you start saying, can Google become a $3 trillion company? Or a $2.75 trillion company? And this is where we start coming up with the predictions for price. So we just literally take the number of outstanding shares, the 5 billion, and basically divide that by, divide the 2.75 trillion by those shares, and it'll give us the price target. So we'll say Google could go to 275 or 300, 310, 315. I'm not going to do that math right now. I'm not going to pull up $3 trillion on the screen and divide that by 2.5 or 256 million shares, or whatever the case, or 2,560,000,000 shares. We're not going to do all that right now. But you can do it on your own, and that'll give you like a price target. Okay, Google can go to 275, 290. It's similar to like crypto. However many people purchase the finite amount of crypto, that'll tell you where that market cap will go. That's why when you look at like Bitcoin and stuff like that, and people are like, we're going to go to 150,000 this year, whatever the case may be, you look at it like, what is it? 19 million of them, or 20 something million. I think it only goes like 21 million Bitcoin that they'll have in perpetuity. But you would say like the 20 million Bitcoins out there, if they're all mined and they're all collected, whatever the case may be, and you're saying that the market cap could go, I don't know where it's currently sitting. I'll just say something crazy like, let's pull it up. Let's get accurate. Let's not just come up with numbers. Let's go to coin market cap. This is where we get off tangent at. This is how the stream goes a little longer than expected. So right now they are a $2 trillion market cap. $2.2 trillion market cap for Bitcoin. If you want to say Bitcoin could go to 3 trillion, whatever the case may be, we'll just divide by the number of coins that are available for Bitcoin. Let's see. So total supply right now is 19.91 million. We'll say 20 million. I can't pull the calculator on the screen for you guys, so we'll do it on my phone. I might have to turn the screen sideways to get the long calculator. Let's see, 3 trillion. That's what, 12 zeros or some shit? It sounds crazy. I'm worth 12 digits. Like, damn, 13 digits. Like, damn. 3 trillion divided by what I said, 20 million. That's $150,000 what Bitcoin would be worth. That's literally how you come up with that idea. Bitcoin will have to be worth $3 trillion for it to touch $150,000 per coin. So right now we're only at 2.35, 3.4, whatever the case may be. When you start seeing that market cap go up, this 2.3 trillion, this is where 2.2 trillion, when you start seeing this go up, that's where you start saying, okay, Bitcoin is getting ready to touch 150,000, and so on and so on and so forth. But just doing that math will tell you the same thing about stocks. It's all the same math. If I do the math on the outstanding share, and that's why that's important, because that gives you all the information you need to know when you're trying to predict where price wants to go when you don't have no idea. When we see analysts coming up with these numbers out there as, oh, Meta's going to be an $800 stock or whatever the case may be, they're just looking at the market cap. They're saying they can collect another, I don't know what Meta's sitting at. They're like a $3 trillion company themselves. Let's look at their numbers. Hope you guys are learning something tonight. So, well, 1.85 trillion. So say Meta goes up to finally touching 2 trillion again, then go for that 2.5 trillion dollars. Just divide that by the 2 billion shares. And like, okay, so Meta will be worth X amount of dollars. Let's see. I'll do it for your sake at this point. When I said 2.5 trillion, it's a lot of fucking zeros. What is my daughter doing? Damn. Okay, they go up to 2.5 trillion. That'll be about $1,200 a share. It's crazy. That simple though. You wow. They just need another $700 million. Okay. It's crazy. Either way, whatever. I wish I had that type of money. But that's here nor there. I don't know what my daughter's doing. She's up there just acting crazy. Let's do one last visual of the trades for the day, and I will let you guys go. I don't even know how long we've been streaming. Let's see. 38 minutes. We're just over the 30-minute mark. So 38 minutes. We'll end here. Watch both trades again. And as well, that is me music-wise in the background. It's a song I did over the weekend. So, oops.
Felt safe with you, but then you hurt me. Treat me like red velvet, you deserve me. Leave me where I'm standing, life with me no longer planning. Treat me second-handed, I call, you don't answer. Access to you, you done bent it. You don't want no friendship, I just want repentance. Asking for forgiveness, how can you just send things? Got me having mood swings, you that I am losing. I just wanna go ahead and hit the mowing. I just wanna go ahead and hit a bow. I just wanna go back to when we first started dating. This is not about fornicating, I'm just trying to build relations. My mind keep telling me have patience, don't try to replace you. Don't start no new relations, these are temporary phases. Gotta keep trying to engage you, let you know that I am chasing you. I'm a dog running out the gate for you, if you wanna know. First in love, you just asked me. Feelings that I have for you still the same as last week. If you throwing shots at me, baby, I'm catching. If you catch your feelings for me, baby, gon' catch 'em. If you're dreaming a love story, baby, gon' catch me. If love's in you my way, then baby, don't pass me. If you're trying to hook up, baby, just attach me. If you're looking for love, baby, look at me. If you still believe in this, baby, just chance it. If you still believe in this, baby, just chance it. Go, baby, just chance it. Go, baby, just chance it. If you still believe in this, baby, just chance it. If you still believe in this, baby, just chance it. Go, baby, just chance it. Go, baby, just chance it. Friends keep wondering what a nigga coming round for. Broke up 3 times, I'm ready for the round four. Always be mine like Valentine's candy. Holding on my feelings like I'm gripping on the steering wheel. You can't deny the feelings that you run from. Why even hide when you the one you run from? All things inside are telling you you want some. Look me in my eyes and tell me that the love's gone. I see the lies that's coming off of your tongue. I'll be obliged if you become my loved one. I'll be the right.
All right. I am going to conclude this recap tonight. I definitely appreciate you guys for taking your time, just peek in for a second. Individuals that watched the stream tonight, I definitely appreciate you guys staying online with me as well. I'll be trading tomorrow. This week I'll be home, so Thursday and Friday I'll be live trading from home. So if you guys are available, feel free to jump in. I'm not going to take as many trades as I would on a day that I'm live trading with you guys. I try to stay on for a few hours just to take pointless trades, just because I just want to show you guys the strategy in real time and talk through what we're watching, even as the momentum is fading through the day. But we're still looking for opportunities, quick scalps after the big moves have already occurred, because I'm still showing you guys things that I'm looking at and things that I'm seeing as well. So, and as well, we're watching for new stocks that are rising in the ranks as actually peaking for the day, hitting that top 7 stocks that are at the highest percent of gainers for the day, because that changes throughout the day. So that's important. You may see a stock first thing in the morning that's the leading gainer, and by 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, that stock is faded away. That news was just a quick pump and dump type of situation. Somebody started taking profits, or short sellers started jumping in and pushing price back down. That cup has been here lonely the whole 38 minutes. Angel's Envy, reach out to me. I'm a Heineken man if anybody wants to send me some as well. Heineken, reach out to me. Shameless attempt to get some sponsorships here. I want some banners on my back wall as well. So, but with that being said, as these stocks start losing and fading momentum, other stocks become attractive because news gets reported hourly. It may not be significant news, but if it's something that the traders see first, they try to jump in and take advantage of an opportunity because they see an undervalued company, and eventually somebody's going to follow suit, and profits will eventually be taken, and that stock will eventually be compressed or depressed, whichever word you guys want to use. Suppressed, just pressed, like press is the root word at this point. Just pressure on the negative side though. So with that being said, I am bakerdeshun. You guys can find me Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, Twitch, Trovo. I said TikTok. Any and everywhere for the most part. You can find me on streaming platforms, Spotify, Tidal Music, Amazon Music, any streaming platform. My distribution company gets me there, so I love them for that. I will see you guys here again tomorrow around this time. I would have streamed earlier, but then I had some individuals that, I was waiting for to get home from work so that they could tap in, and see some things, because, I got people that care for me that actually want to jump on as well when I'm online. So give people time to jump online with me. I would have streamed earlier about like 4:30. I made it home like record-breaking time today. But with that being said, trading is risky, and this is not investment advice. You guys have a great night. Enjoy yourselves. Be careful out there and stay classy. What Ron Burgundy said, stay classy, San Diego.